challenge breeds growth. And so there's a saying I read a long time ago, or it's not a saying, but I read this a long time ago, is that when you do small things, you attract small people. It's like small thinking, And when you do big things, you attract big people. And that doesn't mean fat. But it means that you attract people that, are interested in doing big things. And so, and I've actually have experienced that over the years in our Sunday school. I've done where it's been a struggle to get help and get people to want to be involved because we were doing small things. We weren't.
Yeah, it's not like so cool and you just want to be involved.
Right. It wasn't like, and now a lot of times, a lot of the stuff we do just by nature of having our space and everything is kind of epic, I guess. Not to be braggadocious, but it's big and it's cool. And so people are like, oh, I want to be a part of that. That looks cool. I want to, fit in there. And so, so anyway, that's where that note that I have is high capacity individuals are drawn to environments where they'll be challenged to grow beyond their current capabilities. And so I think that sometimes we might think too small, like in Sunday school or whatever we're doing, we might think too small. Whereas if we can be reaching outside of our element, then a lot of times people will show up to help, and they'll show up to bridge that gap that we can't do. There was an interview. Do you guys know who Harry Connick Jr. is?
It kind of sounds familiar.
Okay, so he's not Christian or anything, but he's like a jazz guy or whatever. He does a lot of other stuff too. I think he was on one of those talent show things, like a judge. But anyway, he's a musical genius. He started playing piano. Well, I don't know. He might have played other stuff. I think he played drums too when he was like. But he put out an album when he was like 11 years old.
Oh wow!
And he can play like every instrument. He's just really, really good. Well, he does big band stuff too, and so he has directed orchestras. Well, in this interview, the interviewer asked, "Do you have issues directing instruments that you don't know how to play?" And he basically knows how to play all of them. But somebody that plays the trumpet or whatever, that's not like his main instrument. And so they play the trumpet way better than he does. And so he said he was like, it's a good question, even though he plays it, because he said yes, he has trouble directing it because in fact, maybe because he can play it, he has his own limitations in his head. So he's like, play these notes because this is what I could play. Whereas that trumpeter, is that how you say it?
Yeah.
That trumpeter or trumpeter.
Trumpet player?
Yeah. Oh, trumpet player. That trumpet player could do it way better.
Yeah.
Way more awesome.
Because that is their...
It's like at Heart of Christmas, like my dad will be trying to like tell somebody what to sing. I remember this with on one of the songs. He was like trying to tell them how he wanted it like sung, but he couldn't demonstrate because he can't like hit that, or he doesn't even necessarily know the words, but he's like, this is how I want it to be sung, but he has like a hard time conveying that because he doesn't know how to sing like that.
That's interesting because like Kirk Franklin is just he's not a good singer. I mean, he sings some, but he doesn't.
Sorry for any Kirk Franklin.
But he's a musical genius. Yeah. I mean, he's like incredible.
And he directs the choirs, though, doesn't he?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And it's like amazing.
He knows the songs inside and out. Like you watch him direct. I mean, he knows the little tiny notes. Like he'll make a motion and stuff. I mean, he's really charismatic, But it's incredible that he can do music so well. Of course, he plays piano and stuff, but the vocals that he directs are incredible. And so, it seems like that would be really hard. Like, how do you, how do you do that?